Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Ruben Amorim on Marcus Rashford's fitness ahead of Liverpool clash. Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim has provided a fitness update on Marcus Rashford ahead of the Premier League clash against Liverpool on Sunday. The Red Devils have been in poor league form, collecting just 3 points from the last 6 games. They are languishing in the 14th spot and need a huge turnaround to qualify for Europe. Ahead of the derby at Anfield this weekend, Amorim revealed that Rashford won't be available for the much-awaited contest due to illness. He said, "It's the same situation, but at the moment he's ill. I think he's going to be out this week. He's not training, so we will see." United ended 2024 on a disappointing note with 5 defeats in 6 league games. They now face another huge challenge against Liverpool at Anfield. The Red Devils were in a similar position last season when they picked up a 0-0 draw. The club need to replicate the showing in the upcoming derby. It won't be an easy task this time, considering the Reds are flying high at the top of the table. Rashford's absence won't be a huge blow as he has been out of Amorim's plans. He has not featured in any of the previous 5 games for United. Amorim could make some shrewd changes to the starting lineup to face Liverpool. Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte will obviously be reinstated into the team after serving their respective 1-game domestic suspensions. Leny Yoro could also start. Lisandro Martinez has been disappointing in the left centre-back position. The Argentine may drop to the bench for the Manchester United make decisions on Amad and Harry Maguire contracts. Amad and Harry Maguire are both out of contract at Man United in the summer, but the club has 1-year options on both deals. Manchester United are close to agreeing a new contract with Amad and will trigger the 1-year option in Harry Maguire's contract. Both players are out of contract in the summer, but United have the option of an additional year on both deals. Amad, 22, is in line for an improved contract while Maguire's stay at the club will be extended until 2026. Amad has emerged as United's talisman since Amorim was appointed as head coach last month and scored the winner in the Manchester derby 3 weeks ago. Amorim said last month Maguire is perfect for a back 3 setup and the Portuguese remains committed to playing in a 3-4-3 formation. Amad is near, Amorim said. Harry Maguire. We are going to trigger our option. I spoke with him this morning and I told him that he has to improve his game on the pitch. We need him a lot, and also he has to improve as a leader, because we all know the situation that he had here, but we need him a lot in this moment, so we are going to trigger happily the option for Harry. Maguire, who was stripped of the United captaincy by former manager Erik ten Hag 18 months ago, regained the armband temporarily during the 4-0 victory over Everton at the start of December, and donned the armband again in the 2-0 defeat to Newcastle on Monday night. Amorim believes United are starved of leaders. It's the thing, imagine Josh. There are moments in the career of a player that are different. He, Maguire, coped very well with his struggles, and when you look at our team, we are starving for leaders on the pitch. He is a leader, he has to improve that part, he has to improve his game, so we are happy to continue with Harry. Man United make £80 million forward priority transfer target but face PSR struggles. Man UTD's transfer dilemma. Balancing the books to capture Viktor Gyokeres. Manchester United's latest transfer conundrum serves as a glaring spotlight on the strategic decisions looming over Old Trafford this winter. As reported by iNews, the club faces significant financial constraints, with a dire need to shuffle their squad to accommodate new talents like Viktor Gyokeres. Here's a detailed look at their complex situation and the necessary maneuvers on Ruben Amorim's part to steer the club back to competitiveness. Financial constraints and transfer strategy. The departure of Erik ten Hag marked another chapter of substantial spending with little to show, as over £200 million invested last summer has yet to yield significant improvements. The Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules, PSR, now loom large, scrutinizing every financial move Manchester United makes. The club's approach resembles a financial high-wire act, needing to offload high earners like Casemiro, who commands north of £300,000 a week, to recalibrate their spending power. As iNews notes, allowing the likes of Casemiro to leave, even on loan with his wages covered, will substantially increase United's currently precarious position, freeing up funds for any incomings. This strategy not only helps in adhering to PSR but also potentially frees up avenues for new signings. Amorim's wish list. Immediate needs. Amorim, having reluctantly taken the helm mid-season, is faced with the colossal task of reshaping the squad amidst fixture congestion. His wish list is topped by a wingback and a striker to fit his preferred 3-4-3 system, signaling a tactical shift aimed at revitalizing the team's fortunes. The pursuit of PSG's Nuno Mendes and Sporting Lisbon's Giovanni Quenda underscores a strategic pivot towards younger, dynamic players who can inject energy and versatility into United's lineup. Meanwhile, the striker position sees Viktor Gyokeres as a prime target, with his potential arrival from Sporting poised to bolster United's attacking options, albeit his £80 million release clause presents a significant hurdle under the current financial strain. Potential departures. Funding the revamp. The need to balance the books might see Manchester United part ways with several key figures. Marcus Rashford, the club's second highest earner, headlines the list of potential exits. Despite his reluctance to move to the Middle East, his departure could provide the financial leeway necessary for Amorim's plans. Recouping even half that, along with a loan fee, would go a long way to starting any squad rebuild, iNews explains. Other high-profile names like Antony and Victor Lindelof are also on the chopping block, with the club open to offers that can assist in aligning with PSR requirements and making room for new additions. Ruben Amorim admits Manchester United's loss versus Newcastle shows a massive problem in his squad. Ruben Amorim has admitted that the recent loss against Newcastle has shown that Manchester United have a massive problem in the squad. Manchester United will open their 2025 campaign with a challenging trip to Anfield on Sunday afternoon, where they will face Premier League leaders Liverpool in what could be their toughest test of the season. Arne Slot's Liverpool are soaring at the top of the table, while United are struggling in 14th place, only 7 points above the relegation zone. Manager Ruben Amorim has acknowledged that the club are going through one of the darkest periods in their modern history. United have suffered 5 defeats in their last 6 league matches, including home losses to Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, and Newcastle United. Away from home, they have also fallen to Arsenal and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ruben Amorim has admitted that the recent loss against Newcastle has shown that Manchester United have a massive problem in the squad. Manchester United will open their 2025 campaign with a challenging trip to Anfield on Sunday afternoon, where they will face Premier League leaders Liverpool in what could be their toughest test of the season. Arne Slot's Liverpool are soaring at the top of the table, while United are struggling in 14th place, only 7 points above the relegation zone. Manager Ruben Amorim has acknowledged that the club are going through one of the darkest periods in their modern history. United have suffered 5 defeats in their last 6 league matches, including home losses to Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, and Newcastle United. Away from home, they have also fallen to Arsenal and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Although the odds are heavily stacked against them, a win at Anfield could be a turning point for United, offering a chance to leave a dismal 2024 behind and start the new year with renewed hope. Headline. Against Newcastle, United went 1-0 down within just a few minutes of kickoff thanks to Alexander Isak's opener, and after 20 minutes, found themselves with a 2-goal deficit after midfielder Joelinton knocked in a second. Speaking to the press on Friday afternoon, Amorim admitted that the start against the Magpies is the result of a wider massive problem for United, that they have been starting games poorly despite scoring within minutes of his first few games at the club. That is clear. That is a massive problem for us, not just this game, the 39-year-old explained. When I arrived, we scored goals in the first minute, but now that's changed. We have to be prepared for a strong start from Liverpool. Continuing, he said, I'm just focused on the performance. I'm not focused on losing or what might happen. We know what we're going to face, and my focus is for the team to not suffer like in the first 15 minutes against Newcastle. Prepare the team for these situations. Manchester United could hire Wayne Rooney to help struggling star, says Club Insider. After Wayne Rooney was sacked as Plymouth's head coach, the club legend has been tipped to rejoin Manchester United to help Rasmus Højlund amid inconsistent form. Ruben Amorim's Manchester United squad has struggled during his opening 6 weeks at the club, losing 6 of their 11 games so far under the 39-year-old head coach. The Portuguese man was hired as a replacement for Erik ten Hag after poor results left the side 13th in the Premier League table and 21st in European competition. Despite their resurgence up to 5th in the European table, United now sit 14th in the domestic league, although very few blame their poor results on the head coach himself. After Wayne Rooney was sacked as Plymouth's head coach, the club legend has been tipped to rejoin Manchester United to help Rasmus Højlund amid inconsistent form. Ruben Amorim's Manchester United squad has struggled during his opening 6 weeks at the club, losing 6 of their 11 games so far under the 39-year-old head coach. The Portuguese man was hired as a replacement for Erik ten Hag after poor results left the side 13th in the Premier League table and 21st in European competition. Despite their resurgence up to 5th in the European table, United now sit 14th in the domestic league, although very few blame their poor results on the head coach himself. Instead, many feel that the current squad members are not good enough to compete with the other sides in the league, although Amorim is insistent that he needs time on the training ground to show his squad better how to play in his system. Rooney tipped for United return. Former United striker and club legend Wayne Rooney is the symbol of a bygone era of dominance under ex-manager Sir Alex Ferguson, although his own managerial pursuits have not excelled in the same way as the Scotsman's did. Rooney was recently dismissed as Plymouth Argyle's head coach after a dreadful run of form that left them rock bottom of the championship table. However, Rooney's former teammate Wes Brown, who still works within the club on MUFC, has explained that the former goalscorer would be a fantastic addition to Amorim's backroom staff should the club look to appoint him. If Wayne wanted to spend time as a striking coach, he would be absolutely brilliant at it. He was one of the best goal scorers we've ever seen and was a top playmaker as well, Brown told the Sports Daily. Rooney would help Højlund and other young players at United. One reason the club have been inconsistent in their form is that there is a crop of talented but inexperienced young players such as Rasmus Højlund, Kobbie Mainoo, and Alejandro Garnacho. However, Brown believes that United hiring Rooney would be a huge benefit to the young players, particularly Højlund. Could he help Rasmus Højlund at United? I think all young strikers would love to listen to Wayne and his knowledge, Brown said.